you can help take care of this one so Jeff feels less sad about it.
Oh.
I mean, I put that dog in that place because I was like, oh, that seems like a fun thing for a character to have and like bond with or something like that.
And
And every single one of the characters was like, I don't want a dog. And so Claire was like, I would like a dog, I guess.
Yeah.
So you're bonding with your own dog.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, nice.
I'm
Jeff's,
just,
just sitting in the corner playing with himself.
Oh.
if you've noticed,
geez.
I've thrown so many NPCs at you to try and like fill up the ship just a little bit to have it be like a little bit more of a family. And yeah, it's like, nah.
We don't want
Absolutely
that.
not.
We need
Get
the
out of
space
here.
for all the guns, Jeff. All of the guns that Mike is carrying.
You guys have a spare bedroom. Sorry, no, it's the gun room.
It's the gun room.
Yeah.
That's where the gun,
That's where the guns
the
sleep.
sword the wall.
Straight through the connecting wall. Yeah.
You don't carry that around with you. You just have it on the wall, right?
It's a little impractical. Yeah.
The
That
Sephiroth
is-
sword.
Absolutely one of my projects for, assuming we live through this back on the ship. I want to tinker with that Sephiroth giant ass sword.
Making an extending sword.
Yeah, or something. Wouldn't that be sick?
Exactly.
The
Like a baton.
lightsabers.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the plastic lightsabers.
Baton is good too, but the lightsabers that like glow, those ones are great. You just like flick the wrist and it goes, "Hoink." Like it makes that very hollow plasticky noise.
yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Like,
Exactly.
It's a very specific. "Hoink."
And then you hit your little brother over the top of the
Of
head
cour's,
with it.
yes.
And then your parents take it away from
Yes.
Yeah, and
Yes.
you're like, that was fun while it lasted."
And welcome back to the 7th Star of the Right podcast. This is session 115 as I look down at my notes.
That's right.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Correct.
cool.
yay.
How you guys doing?
Good.
Good.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Ready to die.
That's good. Always be ready.
Yeah.
No. You gotta wait for another like big round number, like another 100, maybe 50.
What?
Do like 150 or something like that.
Yeah,
It has to,
150.
the
we
number
can
has to
player.
be,
Marcus.
has some kind of weight to it.
Oh, you're
115, it is a 5. So,
That's
you know.
right.
I feel like
But, like,
125.
125 is,
could maybe
good-
work.
125
Yeah.
is a more dangerous
So
one.
what you're saying
Yeah.
is we gotta just draw out this elevator ride for 10
episodes.
sessions.
We could
Yeah.
do that. It's a bottle episode.
That's only
10 in a row.
3 hours.
It's a bottle episode. Oh, I hate those so much.
I think bottle episodes are awesome ways to show off characters, but also, oftentimes are used as a way to just, have a cheap episode.
Yep.
But I think there's an opportunity to show some really interesting character dynamics and interactions.
Yeah. I mean, when they combine the bottle episode and the clips show, that's like when it's really...
yeah, that's just, they're phoning it in at that point.
The only one that was good that did that was Community, because they did like callbacks to things you never actually saw.
I feel
They're
like,
hey, you all remember that time when we did this thing and it was like new footage of it because they had never done that on the
that's
show
good.
before. It was very cute. I liked it a lot.
I feel like Breaking Bad did a bottle episode.
Well, didn't they invent the bottle episode?
Breaking
No.
Bad?
No.
Oh.
Like the Fly episode where they're in the lab for the entire
Oh,
time.
yeah.
I think a lot of people on the internet dislike that episode, but I feel like that's a really good episode. Anyway, what do you guys remember from last time after going through our TV show and bottle episode review podcast?
All this stuff.
Marcus is traumatized.
I'm sorry. buddy.
Because
Again?
Oh,
We
Again.
did warn you those were coming.
Well,
we
'cause-
told you.
he's dealt with a lot of, mercenary shit. He's very good at mercenarying other people, not intergalactic metaphysical beings. And so the shadows attacking him and his child were very distressing for him. And he might be about to have a breakdown in this elevator.
I'm
So
getting
we'll
like
see.
the
It's a
first
great
time.
place to have a breakdown.
yeah, pretty much.
You must be new here.
And everyone else seems so chill about it, and Marcus is losing his cool.
Minor inconvenience at best.
Yep. And Claire being like, just shoot it. And him being like, okay. So it'll be fine.
The funny thing is, like, there are different subsets of things that you guys have faced, and the Shibboleth are obviously one of the weirder ones, but there's also been things like the Sporins and the Orchid and the Nanite zombies in
Also would freak him
Fistos.
out.
Yeah.
And so I think there's been a lot. Oh, there was like the amalgamations that Terra made as well. So
Oh, yeah.
Those are just practical.
I just, I guess
Do you have a
Quinn
type of
also did a
thing?
very similar thing. I do
not with
like
the-
horrific.
No.
That's crazy. Never
Monsters.
would have guessed.
They make me so happy.
It's subtle, but if you pay attention, there's hints of it in there.
There were times when I used to be a listener of the podcast before I ascended to player, where I would be listening to episodes alone in my apartment, and I would have to turn them off at night
Because it would be creepy?
Because it was too creepy.
Nice.
And I was like, "Damn, I just want to hear my friends yap," but it was not the time.
I think I remember a message from
Oh,
you
probably.
when Zarzixir first showed up.
Yeah,
and the
the
extra noises
squishy
that
Oh, yes.
noises.
You
Yeah,
added
no,
in.
I hated that.
Welcome.
It was
When
very
I went back
effective.
to listen to that one, it was like, gross.
It was so gross. Or the first prophecy, was that the first time that you added an effect? I think.
Yeah.
Probably.
To Claire's voice.
Yeah.
And I was, I think it was just like doing dishes, and then my ears were suddenly filled with multiple Jeffs with reverb, and I was like, oh my god. Yeah, that doesn't happen live, thankfully.
Yeah.
Jeff doesn't blow.
Yeah,
it
it's
does
If
surprise
only.
me going back. The touched Inquisitors have a thing that they
Yes.
do, and Simmerfim has one that he does, but they're very different. But they're also just effects, and it's just like, I'm editing, and then it's like, right, yes.
I expect more of that will be coming later this episode.
Oh, maybe.
No,
maybe.
again, we're
You
not
never
making
know.
it out of the elevator.
It's not like we don't have just like the battle map already laid out
Yeah.
just in case.
I mean, you didn't
And Jeff
start
has
drawing stuff like you did with the
boxes
boat
of minions.
one,
It's just
so
on the table. It's
It's
empty.
just there, threatening,
Mm.
vaguely ominous.
Muck.
you just got to make sure you leave it out for your players just so they know what might happen.
Yes.
Keep us humble.
All right.
Okay, so what happened last time is we started off in the hallways heading for the secret garden. Nona accidentally pissed Micah off by making some, I would argue, very apt comparisons
You would.
between Zuri and Tara.
You would argue, yes.
I would argue that. And so I think Micah's a little bit mad at Nona right now. And we got to the secret garden and we found the door. And then we were like, Micah, you want to just explode that open? To which Micah was like, yeah. And then Nona went on a statuette destroying spree,
Mm-hmm.
which was a little bit cathartic. And then when we got the door open, there was some breath crawl minions in there.
Yeah.
Shadow guys.
Shadow guys.
Shadow guys.
And a shadow wall that
And a
was
shadow
producing shadow guys.
There's
Very
Mhm.
distressing.
And so we fought those, we kicked their butts, and now we've got a hallway in front of us to an elevator. Oh, and also Von McRaven is apparently about 15 minutes behind us. I think that's all of the big things. Oh, Claire briefly went Super Saiyan, and then we were like, no.
Yep.
And stabbed her.
And
with
Marcus
some
doesn't know what
integrity.
that was, so I got that written down. Things to ask about. The list is getting very long.
I have a small confession to make.
Oh.
Um, when we leveled up Claire, I forgot to update her health pool. So she does
Oh.
have more health.
Okay.
Thank God.
She wouldn't have actually gotten
Super Saiyan.
Super Saiyan for that, but I feel like it makes sense canonically, so it did happen.
That's fine. That's fine.
But it will take more damage for her to
Thank
flip in the
God.
future.
Good.
Yeah, 13 damage.
It's not a lot of damage.
It's not a lot. It's a fair amount of damage in this system.
Yes, but you like combat and you like hard hitting dudes a lot.
They gotta be scary, Kirsten.
Yeah, you really picked the RP like RP heavy RPG for your hard hitting combat.
Listen,
Hey, I mean, I picked the punchiest guy to ever punch, so I'm.
Well, see, I was thinking about this. You had an advantage because you got to listen to Jeff's
That's true.
story for you.
That's true.
You're
Knew
like,
what was
you know
going
what?
on.
Punch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna fuck these guys up.
Which is why I, on the last level up, was like, you know what? Noticing. We've got your number, Jeff.
No,
we
yeah,
know what
absolutely.
you're about.
you're honing in on what I do. I have to admit, like when I first got into DMing, I didn't know. I mean, I like the role playing, but it is certainly one that I find a harder time prepping for, and it is so much easier for me to prep crawls like this. That's not to say I don't want RP to be a part of it and to have you guys, try and find things around fights like the Ernst Restikov, for example.
Yeah.
But yes, I like building interesting fights.
So
So
fair.
it's one of the reasons why I do this. And I like building interesting monsters to populate those fights and scare the shit out of you guys.
Yep,
Hooray.
done. So I do like interacting with your NPCs. I loved meeting Enzo. As soon as he started talking, I was like, oh, I know exactly what kind of guy this is.
Yeah.
And that was very fun.
All right. So
Oh, I've got another piece of housekeeping.
Oh, another piece of housekeeping.
Yeah, you have to take my robot card away.
Right.
I got pie wrong.
You got ppi wrong.
Oh God.
So tragic.
Oh,
It's like
geez.
the 20th,
20th
or
digit
something.
is off.
Yes, it is. In fact, at the end of that sequence, a 279, not a 729, which actually means I originally memorized it wrong. That wasn't a me misspoking. I actually thought it was.
I feel like it's one of those
729?
things that is just like, sometimes you go over and over and over and over again in your head so many times, and then you just learn something the wrong way. And it's like, I can't unlearn it. That's just the way it is now.
Yes. But now we know.
But now we know.
I've got it.
It's
Like a
279, not 729.
Something.
Mm-hmm.
Good thing you learned it, because the answer to the puzzle in about 10 minutes is going to be the first 30 digits of pi in the correct order.
I really liked, jumping slightly back to last session, I really liked we found the keypad and we're like, oh, maybe this is a puzzle. And I felt bad. So I was trying to find the puzzle, and Jeff at the end was just like, I thought you were going to hack that. I'm like, yeah, that probably
There are multiple ways around it. You could have hacked it. You guys passed by the Chancellor's palace. There may have been some clues in there.
I asked specifically, and it seemed like it was dead.
It was dead? The Chancellor's
Well, there were
palace?
no people.
Yes.
There are no people.
Yeah.
He has a sticky note on his
Oh my
monitor.
God, on his computer. It's secret garden passcode.
I mean, he's very old, so
Can't spend if you're dead.
42069.
Just that's the password everywhere.
It's the most popular password on Aricia.
Just like Toxic, the most popular ringtone.
Exactly.
Amazing. Okay.
Because I can't think of another ringtone. All right. So we got to get into this. Otherwise, nothing will happen. You'll only be on this elevator
For 10 sessions.
for
That's
10
right.
sessions. So I assume you guys head forward, continuing to try and make your way into the basement.
Yes.
You find in front of you, after this hallway that can hold 2 to 3 people side by side, it opens up a little bit into a staging area for a large freight elevator. This freight elevator seems to currently be on the bottommost level. There doesn't actually seem to be different levels. It is like here and down.
Nice.
So what you're saying is we really have to hope that the people on the bottom didn't leave the door open,
Yeah, freight elevators will do that.
or it's just not coming
It'll just
ever.
It'll just like alarm
Yeah.
down there.
That would be great.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
think they definitely know we're coming, given the large banging and metal crunching noises that opening the door caused.
Yes, but on the plus side, it will be very easy for Von McRaven to figure out where we went.
That's true. That's true.
And so you find this
Walls
elevator
open.
in front of you. You have, there's no kind of security, it seems, here. It is just, button, no like keypad or RFID scanner or anything like that. It is just a button to go down.
Are there stairs? Is there a ladder? Are we OSHA compliant?
not OSHA compliant.
There's no way.
It's a secret tunnel into a secret elevator. It's not OSHA compliant. No, you don't see you don't see stairs or anything like that. If you wish, you can pry open the elevator to get a look in, but right now the doors are closed.
I think we push the button.
Marcus isn't going to push it.
Push the button.
Nona pushes the button.
Push the button.
Yes, yeah. We got to get down there somehow. Okay.
All right. It
You could
takes
just walk if you wanted
Okay,
to.
yeah, I mean, we could try and find a way just down the elevator shaft. It's probably kind of a long ways.
Do you want to?
Let's take the elevator. It's going to take too long.
As you say that, it does actually take a little bit longer than you would expect an elevator to take, rather than on the order of, 15, 30 seconds. It does take a couple of minutes. It does seem to give you a sense of progress, but it is slow in its progress until eventually, probably after about 3 or 4 minutes,
Wow.
it finally arrives. Yeah.
And there's a bomb in it.
And there's a bomb in it.
And we all die.
And you all
The
die.
end.
That's the end of the podcast.
Oh,
Amazing.
God. It's just getting good.
Is there a bomb in it, Jeff?
No, it is
Oh.
completely empty.
Alrighty. Cool.
All right. And while we're traveling, I think this would be a good time to take a moment and heal up a little bit for folks who were
Yes.
injured in this, because I definitely need a little bit.
I think I'm the one carrying most of the integrity.
Yep.
I've got, I want to say 5 of them. Oh, I've got 8 of them.
Damn. I think I have one.
you
Yeah.
just- could you spot me one of those?
For sure. Yeah.
Thank you.
And I think it's 2d6 plus 2.
I think so, yeah.
That sounds correct. And 1 system strain.
Yes.
System strain. Ooh, very nice. All right.
You taking one of mine as well? Everybody should just have one on them, I think.
Yeah, so I'll take one from you.
Because I'm going to take one because I need it.
And you don't already have one in your inventory?
I don't, no.
Okay.
I have Lazarus patches, but I don't have any integrity.
That's fine. Okay, let me just do math.
I was okay. I wouldn't mind taking another one if you're okay with that. I lost a lot of health, it turns out. Or rather, I just kind of have a lot of health. So that's another 7. All right. I can live with a clean 40.
Claire's not going to take any more healing. She's only down 4 hit points.
Oh, yes, just kind of try and get ourselves sorted while we're on this little ride and maybe run a little distraction for Nona, who is not taking any.
Actually, Nona has some stuff she wants to talk about specifically with Marcus. Whether this is done on the elevator or while we're waiting for the elevator, timing is up to you, Jeff.
Yeah, go for it. I will let you know if and when something happens.
Okay, sounds good. So, Peter, Nona is going to turn to Marcus and say, I believe it would be a good idea to bring you up to date about the various entities we might be facing, given your sort of panicked look back there. Perhaps more information would help you. Claire and Micah, I know you already know all of this stuff, so feel free to do that thing where you stare off into stare at nothing and just kind of let your eyes.
Way ahead of you.
Excellent.
Entities?
Yeah, so there are 3 main groups that we may encounter in this basement, whatever you want to call it. The first group would be Chancellor Austere's group. This includes Chancellor Austere himself, an entity named the Spider, who I believe is the one who built the machine.
Machine?
Yes. So there's a machine in the basement that...
Please leave all questions to the end.
it makes Inquisitors. Anyway, so then you've got the powered up Inquisitors and the normal Inquisitors. Of the powered up Inquisitors, there is one who is in particular very aggressive. Goose. We have not seen him yet. He is most likely down there. Then the second group would be Devas' group themselves. This includes Devas, who is a very powerful telekinesis user. We have Titus, who is a precog, and the biggest threat from him is that he's actually close to becoming a feral psychic, as per the Acolytes of the End's religion. Then we have Jian Yu, who is a bioscion, and he apparently can cause people to get cancer just from touching them, so don't let him touch you.
What does he look like?
It's the guy without the ear.
Okay.
You remember, we saw the group.
Yeah, okay.
Big dude, missing an ear.
Okay.
We've got Ellie, who's a non-psychic. I'm not really sure why she's there, but she also has hollow emitters embedded in her skin, which means she could technically look like anybody. So keep an eye out for shimmering people as well.
Okay. Oh.
And then there's Nessa, who, as we all know, was just added to the group apparently, and is a powerful telepath. And then Zuri, who is a teleporter who we are not to kill no matter the situation.
Yep. That one I remember. Good. Yes.
And then finally, there's a Shibboleth. So the Shibboleth, we've talked about Simmerfim, the one that looks like the rock angel. Who you collectively had a vision of. Yes, exactly. You got it. Mm-hmm. And so they can control your mind, which is not great.
Again, leave all questions to the end.
Thank you, Claire. We've got Rithcrawl, who actually was the one who created the shadow beings that we just fought against, known as the Shield, so I'm assuming some sort of defensive capabilities there. They're a bioscion, and they're capable of creating life. Zarvzixir looks like a conglomerate of animal parts, including very large praying mantis. Arms? Scythes. Yes, Scythes is good.
He what?
And so he can teleport. And then, as we all know, Valshimi was recently mentioned, and they seem to be a precog.
Of some sort. Yeah.
I have a theory that they look like a giant floating jellyfish with no eyes, but I don't know for sure.
What makes you think that?
We went to the library before.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then, of course, there is Azakroth, the one with a lot of names.
Uh-huh.
That's it. That's all of them.
Oh. Good.
You get all that?
Feel up to speed?
I'm, this is a little, I might, these shadow, I didn't really, I think I'm gonna, and he's gonna sit down in the elevator.
Has the elevator gotten here by this time?
yes, sir.
Can we get on this elevator, Joe?
So we're just gonna kind of wing it.
Yeah, at this point, you guys, the elevator has. I'm going to say that happened as the elevator was coming up, and ding, elevator arrives.
He jumps at the ding. Yep,
a little startled.
Yep,
and you all get into the elevator and head down to the floor beneath you, where however long that distance might be. I'll say then during the time period that you kind of took as the elevator goes down, probably when healing starts to happen.
Sure.
Yeah.
While we're in the elevator.
Yeah.
Marcus, after taking the integrity, will feel a little, revitalized. He's going to turn to Micah and say, with all of these people that could be down there and this kill box we're in right now, you can make walls, right?
Yeah, I do that.
Could we add a wall, and maybe I have a mag rifle. We could just put ourselves in a good position to
for when the doors open up. Yeah, I was thinking something like that.
Yeah,
I like this
given the number of entities.
Well, they might not all be down there.
Okay.
We don't exactly know what it's going to look like. That's like sort of the exhaustive list of everyone who maybe could like. And also, I mean, you didn't say the Emperor, right? Like the Emperor could be there. We don't know.
The Emperor?
The Chancellor?
Chancellor Austere?
Yeah, I live here. I know what they're called.
He's an emperor, right?
I suppose I didn't include Chancellor Kindheart, but that's because Mr. McRaven's visions all seem to mostly focus on Austere. So it's my bet it's Austere as opposed to Kindheart. Not that it really matters, given that they are all, regenerations of each other or something like that.
Totally. Anyway, wall.
Yeah. Wall. I think I might need to wait till we are grounded to set that up, because relative space stuff, I don't think it's gonna follow the elevator. It's telekinesis stuff. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
But,
I won't.
Yeah, when we get there, I'll give us a little cover.
Bombs does everyone have?
You have a lot.
I do.
have
Yes.
9 grenades and 3 demo charges.
Nice.
Yeah, I have.
How many do you have?
2 grenades,
many.
3 demo charges.
In fact, I was going to say if we need more grenades, I do have 55 of them.
55 grenades?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just in the barracks.
In the backpack. With the...
Okay,
Meanwhile, there's a box that is just floating along with you guys, filled with guns, vests, and explosives. I just want to remind everyone that there is a floating box full of explosives and guns.
Yeah,
We're
Not gonna lie.
need this probably.
Is it following us down the elevator shaft?
I assume you can just put it on the ground in the elevator.
It's
It
a
doesn't
big
need to
friend
constantly-
elevator, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's fair. Okay.
Yes, I have 7 demo charges. I just figured if things started going immensely poorly, we could just make the hole no longer exist.
I prefer that. Okay.
Last resort.
Okay. All right.
I have 4 grenades
And a grenade launcher, I believe.
and a grenade launcher.
And you know how to use those?
Yeah, I put, the hole towards the bad guys and press the button.
Good enough. All right.
All right. And so probably about 3/4 of the way through your trip, you feel a little rumble
Oh no.
that builds and builds and builds. It is one of these psychic tremors that you felt before, once more flipping between feeling extremely connected to this metadimensional energy and then completely cut off from it. This one lasts significantly longer than any of the previous ones that you've all have felt. This probably lasts on the order of a few minutes as opposed to just, 30 seconds.
Do we feel unsafe in a deep underground elevator?
The elevator, I will say the elevator is well constructed. So it's not like just, an elevator in what might have a residential building. It is a large, heavy duty elevator, like a freight elevator, as we were saying before, one that theoretically could be carrying up and down very heavy equipment within it. I think you go to see what the rating is for the number. It's probably
the
something
OSHA sign that says how
Yeah.
much you
Yeah.
carry.
It got certified and inspected. That's
Yeah.
great.
It got a C.
It's fine.
Do you ever notice, you don't really look at that in elevators until you're already on them? I've definitely seen some elevators that are C grade, and I'm like, oh, that's not what you want to.
But it is rated for several large machines worth of weight.
Also earthquakes.
It doesn't stop, but it also doesn't go any faster.
I do like that.
Those are both good
Those are
qualities
both-
to have
yeah,
in
for
this
sure.
elevator right now. Is there
Um,
like, if we had to get out, is there like a panel or anything that we could?
Emergency stop.
Ceiling panel.
you take a quick look and there is a ceiling panel.
Nice.
Love those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you continue down until you eventually reach the bottom and the earthquake has subsided.
What if we hide on top of the elevator before the doors open and then no one will see us instead of just having a wall?
But then we won't be able to shoot.
Yes, but no one will be shooting us either.
I am willing to do this if you
All
are.
right, well, it's kind of high up. Is it kind of high up?
You can
You-
walk
you-
up walls.
I'm worried about you guys.
I have a jetpack,
Not everyone has
as
a jetpack.
does Claire.
Oh, does she?
Yes, I'm pretty sure.
Well, we have to come out eventually. So
Yeah, all right. Screw it. I just wanted to climb up the hatch because I saw it was there.
You can still do it.
I'll come clean. I just want to go.
Micah just rides the top of the elevator down just for the vibes.
Yeah, it's
and
like
then when you
actually-
get close, like she jumps back.
Yeah, it's like
inside.
actually just hold on a minute. I just want to see. I just want to do this. Come on.
Yeah, you open up the hatch and
Is it cool?
It's very dark.
That makes sense.
It's not well lit. You take your meta tool or whatever I think your flashlight would be on and kind of like look up, and you guys have been traveling quite a long distance and looking at the sides of the walls that you're traveling down. You're not moving slowly either. You're not moving at a breakneck speed. These things can't necessarily go, 100 miles per hour, but you're making some distance, and so you're going quite a ways down into the depths of Orisiame, which is impressive because as you're well aware, Micah, and other Orsimians, it is difficult to mine Orsimian geography. The rock is just very dense and hard.
Yeah, our planet sucks. So this is pretty impressive. Damn. All right, that's about what I expected. We're really going.
I'm glad we're not going at breakneck speed because I would prefer our necks remain unbroken.
But at that,
Dun. That was a Kirsten comment, not a Nona.
I was about to say.
She's not funny intentionally.
and so that's what you see up there.
Yep.
Cool.
All right, so you reach the bottom.
Yes.
All right, you reach the bottom and the doors pull open. And what you see in front of you is strange. You go into a secret elevator, you get a secret entrance, then you got a secret elevator. And what you see doesn't necessarily match that. It feels just like an office complex. What you have in front of you is just a very sterile lobby. No one comes to greet you. In fact, the lights seem to be dimming here and there. In fact, you see some wall tiles have fallen to the ground here and there. And there's just an eerie silence permeating this place as these doors open.
Not what I was expecting.
Does it look familiar?
To
Any of us?
this, what is currently seen, no.
Okay. I was wondering if there wasn't some mind trickery going on.
Huh. Yeah, looks like no one is here right now. Also looks like the place is pretty banged up. Well, don't have a great feeling about that, but we
I don't
gotta-
think this is actually going to work, but Nona's going to check her phone.
No signals.
No.
that makes sense. We're
Yeah.
like
Way underground.
miles underground.
I mean, you don't know. The Chancellor could have put in Wi-Fi down here.
And you have the password?
Oh. Does he know how to set one? How's his secret IT, Jeff?
I think he has people for that.
Okay.
So we're at a lobby, or is it like a hallway? We see like things branching off from the central room.
Yeah, so it's a lobby, and behind the reception is just a long hallway that stretches into, turns the corner, so you can't quite see what more is there. But it feels like an office complex. Nothing extremely out of the ordinary. You see a couple of lavatories to the side.
Before we progress, does anybody actually want more grenades?
think I'm good.
I'm fine.
I'm good.
Okay.
Is there a is there like a reception desk or some kind of desk? All right, Marcus is gonna go search it.
Yeah.
For a map.
Yeah. Can you make like what kind of check would that be? I don't know. I got to pull up the skills.
I'm fine with notice.
I'm gonna say,
aren't we all?
You're trying to find a piece of paperwork or something.
Yeah,
so that
any
feels like
indication of what this place is.
you make an int administer or an int notice check, please.
Yeah,
Do they have a brochure? Let's find out. There's smiling people on the front. It's like, welcome to the Chancellor's secret base.
7.
So you go through the objects at the reception desk. There's really nothing majorly of note. It's, office stationery. There is a blank data slab that seems to be currently off on the reception desk in front of you. As you're going through the files, though, you do find that there is a quick, how-to, of this area. Here's the brochure now that you're a part of this thing. It doesn't necessarily say
in
that.
the core of Mauricio Chancellor Austere's secret base.
First day on the job, here's your orientation guide.
It seems like, from what you can gather, there are 3 sections to this area. There's this first section, which is being in the map is referred to as the gene labs. And then there is, past that, psychic testing and housing. And then finally beyond that is what is cryptically described as the Whispering Reliquary.
Oh, dear God.
I don't like how any of these sound. Are these paper files or on the data slab?
These are paper files.
Okay, I think I'll pick up the data slab and look at Nona and say, "Hey, techie," and I'm going to throw it at you.
I will
toss it to
catch it, hopefully.
Make a roll. No,
Okay.
you get it.
It smashes on the ground.
You get it. No. What are you trying to obtain from this data slab?
Well, first of all, can I turn it on? Can I log in?
You cannot log in immediately.
Mm-hmm. So probably I would like
password
to do
protected.
that. Yeah, I'm going to hack it with the black slab.
Okay. I'm going to say that is, there's some table stuff. I think it's going to be like a 7 or something. No,
some table stuff?
Yeah, there's a hacking thing for doing hacking and stuff like that I never really use.
How secure?
In program 7.
You already had to find the secret elevator.
Yeah, come on. The password's password. Let me see here. With the black slab, that is an 11.
Hell yeah.
You're able to log on and...
Thank God.
That would be embarrassing.
I know. Literally, the only way I could have failed that would be to get 2 1s.
And so you have access to the data slab. What question do you want to ask it?
Looks like there's 3 areas.
I guess where's the machine? That feels important.
Probably the last one, and I'll repeat the name that I forgot that you said. The weird
whispering
reliquary.
What does it say about that? The other ones look fairly straightforward.
I will look into that. I
Yeah,
suppose.
the other ones definitely don't sound great, but no idea what that last one's supposed to be.
The Whispering Reliquary is a place of memorial for the chancellorship. It seems to be, it is a place of remembrance of the people who came before them.
So them.
It doesn't say that in the,
but
the
yes.
thing. Theoretically, yeah. Because they are the same people.
Just over and over again.
That is the information. It seems to be kind of a spiritual place, and one that is, it seems in the document that you've opened up, this is like employee how-to handbook. Don't go here.
Fair enough. We actually talked to Sky, I believe, specifically about this underground section and her experience being turned into a psychic.
Mm-hmm.
Would she have any knowledge of any of these things? Where did she get turned into a psychic at?
She described an area that, she described, I believe, the process itself a little bit, correct? She described almost like a chair-like device in the middle of a large room that they had her sit in. I can't remember if she said this explicitly when you guys talked to her, but she would have been blindfolded for most of this. But she does describe the areas as less, they weren't mundane. There felt like there was a sense of meaning to a lot of the place. And then the actual place where she was turned into a inquisitor was a large cavern with a large machine kind of at its center, but cabling kind of running all around it.
Cool.
Are there any maps on that thing?
No.
Damn.
It seems like this person, whoever had this data slab, was not privy to a lot of maybe more sensitive information.
Given the amount of ornate decoration we have seen from this administration so far, it feels most likely that wherever this machine is, it's probably in the one with the fanciest name.
You're probably right.
Yeah.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely worried about the one called psychic testing, but
Would you like to go there first?
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like there's much of a choice. It seems like it goes
We go one
gene labs,
to the other.
psychic testing and housing, and then the Whispering Well.
So these
Right.
aren't like rooms that branch off the hallways. Like you walk through one and then the other and then the other.
Yes.
Terrible secret-based design, my
Mhm.
dudes.
No, it's
Just
like
the
it's like
worst.
in The Princess Bride, like the Zoo of Death.
Yes, but the Zoo of Death also didn't have like in the middle, like the employee break room. You gotta
Yeah,
go
that's fair.
past levels 1 and 2 with the Zoo of Death. If you hit 3, you've gone too far. Anyway, yes, I guess then, given that we have no choice, I suppose we go.
Yeah. In is in, forward's forward.
So what
Cool.
we confront Devas?
I mean, let's try and
Really, almost
Be-
anybody on the aforementioned list.
Oh,
There's
All
some bad stuff happening here, and I think we don't want any of it to happen.
That's right.
yeah.
So there's
pretty
like two
much.
separate things I think we want to stop, but we're not sure what either one of them is or what it looks like.
great. You know what they say when you make a plan. Have a
Don't.
plan.
Cool.
Anyway.
Who? Yeah. All right.
Marcus is not having a great
No.
time. He is clinging to his mag rifle.
Now, Jeff, also a question that maybe is not relevant right now, but you said there was a big psychic tremor. How did that affect us, and is
Oh,
it
yeah.
still going on?
It has subsided, but it
Okay.
is one of the largest ones that you have felt while here.
That like amplified our power while we were in the elevator?
Both
Or just big fluctuations happened?
big fluctuations. So nothing mechanically different, but
Mhm.
it went on a lot longer and there were a lot more cycles.
Okay.
So we got like a bunch of back and forth, not just one big.
Yeah, with some like little aftershocks or something like that. But like it was a big one that went back and forth a little bit.
All right.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So I'm feeling a little unstable with all of that, like the crazy quakes and stuff that are happening. But let's try and be careful going through here. Okay, maybe a little bit of stealth goes a long way. Don't let anyone know we're here too soon.
Fair
Sounds
enough.
good.
I was just going to start blowing things up, but I'm okay with stealth.
We kind of need to know where we're going before we start blowing things up, because if we blow things up and that's where we want to go, that makes it kind of difficult to get there, right?
Yes.
I will say, if we find like one big machine in one of the earlier rooms that you can blow up and it would like blow up really big, maybe we don't need to go into the other ones. We just blow up everything from there and then we can leave.
There we
In
go.
case of explosion, look directly at explosion. All right. So you guys head through the doors that point to the gene labs. And as you head through those doors, you actually hear running in the hallways.
Oh, no.
That's not allowed.
The frantic pitter patter of feet.
Oh,
Pitter patter?
I don't know. What do you
Tiny
call it?
Pitter patter's like
Wow.
tiny feet.
Yeah, the
Jeff.
tiny feet.
Like,
So
is there
adorable.
It's
another
very
dog?
concerning. Now
It's like
I'm
crust.
concerned.
Is it? It's like
Crusty.
Mr. Krabs. Like, no.
Marcus readies his mag rifle.
Don't shoot the
And
dog or the children.
it appears to be just one set of feet running,
Hmm.
and you see someone turn the corner up ahead of you.
Do we have time to hide?
can we-
Should we hide?
can we have been stealthy?
If you'd
enough?
like to, you could
Yes.
jump into things to
We're
the
trying
side.
to be stealthy, so I
Yeah.
think we continue to try to be stealthy.
Yeah.
Okay. So you maybe jump into a nearby It's fine. You don't
Bass
need to
Pro
worry about
Shop.
it. You jump into a nearby Bass Pro Shop. Probably it would have been some kind of like sets of offices off to the side of the gene lab before you got into the actual labs themselves. And are you going to be looking at whatever transpires in the?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
We just don't want to
Sure.
be spotted by said running individual if we can help it.
it happens pretty quick because he is making some good time. You see a wiry balding man. I'm sorry. The remaining hair covering the sides and back of his head
Nice.
are a thin white. Affixed to his face with no visible strap are goggles with 6 lenses. Pairs of large, medium, and tiny lenses sit on either side of his nose where his eyes would be. He wears a jet black lab coat with mechanical gauntlets that seem to have an array of tools of attachments, and he is carrying just a briefcase full of documents, and he has a revolver in one hand, and you see him sprint past the door as he starts frantically pressing on the elevator.
I'm going to step out behind him. I think we want to interact with this person.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to say, excuse me, Dr. Anton Vassar?
This man whips around, and his stance does not indicate that this man has ever held a gun before. In fact, where he is pointing is solidly like 3 feet to your right. And he's like,
That's not bad. That's just good trigger discipline.
What? I don't know you. How'd you get down here? It doesn't matter.
We took the elevator.
Right. Yes. I'm doing that now.
No?
No?
I believe we require your help in shutting down your machine before bad things happen.
And he lowers his weapon and he says, What do you know of the machine? Yes.
Wait,
Okay.
no. Who's this guy?
The spider.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Finger gun at your face.
Yeah. Also, I do have my gun out and it is much larger than his. Not that we're comparing these sorts of things, but I thought it was important to point out.
If we did, yours would be bigger.
Right. Stop it. Yes, we must stop it. Yeah, I don't know if we have enough power. You need to have some really large metadimensional force that is able to thrust into between the rays. Otherwise, it will just keep running and powering and powering. And you can see this man is frazzled. Claire is still in the office.
Mhm.
Space.
So is
Yeah.
Marcus.
Cool. I don't think we necessarily need her to interact with this man.
Marcus,
They
you
have a bad
see
history.
she is white knuckling her weapon right now.
Oh, I'm gonna whisper to her like, "What, do you know him?"
Yes. Yeah. No. I know him. And that's what she's gonna leave it.
I mean, Peter has a guess. I don't know if Marcus would get this. Can I roll insight?
Yeah. Do like a
Is there
charisma.
insight in this game? Nope. There's
Nope,
not.
there's
Never mind.
Best we got is charisma notice, I think.
We've done charisma notice. I think there was another one we also do sometimes. Maybe not.
I mean, Marcus does know that shit went down, like that.
I feel like you might be able to piece these
To
things
just piece it
together
together,
without
yeah.
a roll.
Fair.
This man clearly works here.
Yep.
She was taken by the Children of the
Yep.
Silence.
Yeah.
A and B,
Yep.
you know, like they seem related.
Yep. Marcus is gonna step out from the room with his mag rifle leveled at the spider's bespectacled head.
Nice.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you.
And he whips around and says, I'm sorry, how many more people are we talking about here?
Don't worry about it.
You said my thing.
I seem quite worried at the moment. Yes.
I wouldn't bother, really.
All right.
Also, that's not going to help.
And he looks down at the gun and just he puts it away. And says, no, it's not. I took it off a corpse. So
Corpse is good. That's one less person we have to kill.
if you need to stop the machine, the spike well, it shortens the space in between the metadimensional realm and our realm, causing just enormous amounts of power to flow through. But I've warned the Chancellor time and time again, we can't let it run for too long. If it runs for too long, it will start powering itself and will never be able to be turned back off. And that is what they're trying to do now. And so...
Who's they?
The Dravorn siblings. The Chancellor and their siblings.
Got it. Group 1.
Ah, got it.
And where are you scampering off to?
Away.
No, I think we might need your assistance on this one.
You're helping us now.
Okay.
It wasn't really a question. Yeah.
Can you roll a what, do you have? Is there intimidation?
I don't think so.
I think everything's just kind of talk.
Yeah.
But I'll let you.
It could be a perform.
It's
Another suggested skill that no one's good at. But
I'm going to do
also bad at
perform, talk, and either charisma or strength.
Ooh.
So
can I
you
get
can-
in on this action?
You can either try and intimidate via like this, I would say, strength perform or strength talk, or you can try and, say, hey, no, you got to fix this too, bud.
Could I get some kind of bonus on it by manifesting my I-beam and being more threatening that way?
Yeah, sure.
and I'm going to help.
You do the thing that Alex does, which is roll 3 and drop the lowest.
Nice.
And you are trying to beat a mighty 6.
This man is very scared.
This man...
Okay, if I get to do the 3 drop the lowest, I would make a 6, but I have -1. So
I got a 9.
Strength perform is an 8 for me.
And so he looks at the two of you, Marcus and Nona's like, huh? And he looks at Mike and goes, huh?
Am I trying too hard?
You're doing great.
And he looks at you guys and looks at the elevator behind him and says, I probably wouldn't make it anyway.
Yes, that elevator ride is very long.
Yes, and I suspect that by the time I am able to get off planet, there would be no more planet already.
Yes, we should avoid that.
We should.
I'm going to go up and blindfold him. And Marcus will assign himself as this man's handler and will have a hand on his shoulder and just be directing him around.
You're not going to kill him, are you?
Is the blindfold really necessary?
Yes, it is. Maybe not.
I know this area. I can lead the way if I can see, but if I can't see, I'm going to walk into walls.
And we're fine with that.
I'm assuming you are attempting to hide Claire from him is the idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
But y'all don't know that Claire had the reaction, so he's just...
But I have seen Claire's vision of this man torturing her, so I am well aware.
Oh, good.
We know there's a relationship, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because we talk to our space daughter and she talks to us.
Okay, I intuited. Okay? And I'm actually doing something.
You have to intuit because you weren't there.
You were never there.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, well...
He's trying to do something now.
All
Okay.
right, yeah.
We can move on.
Okay.
And so you have now blindfolded this man.
Yep.
And
I'm directing him.
okay. And so you're just going to start moving in the direction.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
While we are walking, did you want to do something?
I was going to ask him, so, like, who else is down here? You seem like you're running out of here in a hurry. You probably saw who else was in the area.
The Dravorn siblings, a few inquisitors protecting them. There was another group that I was able to hide from. Bald fellow, tattoos.
Yep.
Very grim-looking fellow. I think there was 2 women and 3 other men with him. Yes, that seems about right.
Is that a normal group for this facility down here?
Oh, no, absolutely not.
How far ahead of us are they?
A few minutes.
Speed walking?
All right.
And so you guys start to make your way through the gene labs. The first section was mostly offices and places for clearly scientists to do some kind of, heads down computer research. But then you pass through the actual labs themselves. You see that these series of labs contain materials that don't seem too unfamiliar than the ones that you saw in the Orchid. Now, it isn't you don't have these large open boiling vats, but you do have these same vats. They seem to have some different types of upgrades. They're not like what I think the Orchid was like 40 years old, like 20 years old, some fairly old material. And looking in, you see crates and crates of a substance called hydroditrite.
That stuff.
Yep. And
What
similarly,
Well,
Mark doesn't know.
yes, I believe it is used in the. How would you word what the hell it is that the chancellors do to themselves?
so I mean, it's I think it's like gene engineering, gene engineering.
Fun portmanteau.
No,
Great.
it is gene engineering. Like they are refueling themselves, quote unquote.
So it's made out of people, right? It's basically like Soylent Green.
Yeah. I believe this has been effectively discussed
spoiler.
before, but if not, the spider would know some of the ins and outs. That this hydroditrite is a precursor material that helps kind of break down the human genome into parts that could then be used to build effectively stems that will change you in some ways.
Yikes.
Like change your genes. Sometimes, de-aging you, extending your life, giving you new
Sometimes you
skills.
want faded denim. Sometimes you want the darker color. I know that was terrible. I'm
Stupid.
so sorry. I'm so sorry. Can I have some?
Oh, geez. Nona's casually explaining this as she fills a barrel.
Just like a scoop.
And
with a little
Marcus
mug.
is like, oh,
I just
God.
used a bunch of integrity and
have
drag.
what?
Some of the
It's
hydroditrite.
The thing that breaks down human materials?
We're about to interact with a bunch of guys, some of whom I would not mind breaking down into component parts.
Okay.
I feel like it's a war crime. Anyway,
Or are we not?
that's a Peter comment. Sorry, Marcus.
It's not on the list.
Very pro war crime.
It says avoid killing when possible. It does not say do not deconstruct
Yeah.
individuals into their material components.
If they want to
Is it
surrender,
really
then
cannibalism
dissolve
if
their
you
legs.
didn't kill them first?
Oh my God.
Philip just said ask if they want to surrender, then dissolve their legs.
Oh, God.
You would have to go into one of these labs in order to do so, but yeah, you absolutely could.
Do you have time?
I feel like we got
No.
priorities.
All right.
I mean, so we need to like go and like make a whole process of it. I don't know.
And you can't touch it or it will dissolve you because you are human.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
As we all are.
As we all know.
As we all know, but I might need reminding.
Yeah.
I am in fact a biological
Who can be
organism.
deconstructed into your component
Deconstructed
parts.
into my oh, that's just a fun Thursday night for me, right?
What?
there.
Anyway, time to go.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna stick my head in, and if it looks like I can grab like a vial or something, I will, and then if not, we can just keep going.
Okay. Yeah, you can quickly look in and do that. You see the hydroditrite kind of like stacked up in what looks like a freezer of some kind. And so you go in, you open up the freezer, and next to the hydroditrite is something called gene weave.
Oh no.
Fun.
There are only 2 instances of it,
Mhm.
but they are right there as well.
Sure, I will take those.
Now, Jeff.
Yeah.
From our previous kind of learnings about hydroditrite, do we know like chemical properties in the sense of like, is it flammable?
Yes.
I don't know. I'm gonna roll for it. You know what? I'm not gonna roll for it. Yeah,
Yes.
It is
Nice.
extremely volatile.
Amazing.
That's so interesting.
That's
Now I need to write that down.
good on you, Jeff, for going with the fun answer.
No, what are you doing? Let's go.
She's coming.
Huh?
What do you have there?
I need these for war crimes.
It's called gene weave. I guess it's part of their process. Ugh.
I'm guessing that might be the finished product that you can use to actually,
You get 5 vials of hydroditrite.
Oh,
All
yeah,
right, they
I
didn't clean
do.
the place out before. Nice.
They're busy trying to
end
I
the
believe
world?
no. This group is trying to, I believe, achieve ultimate psychic power.
Yes.
It's Devas's group who's trying to end the world.
Yes. Potato,
Yep.
potato.
It sounds like the Chancellor, I mean, our new friend here saying the Chancellor was running their Freako machine for too long, and that's going to like destroy the world. So,
Oh yes, it probably
tomato,
will.
potato.
Tomato, potato. Got it.
Exactly.
I would like to say that the chancellors are very much trying to maintain stability in this particular planet. You see,
Well, there's a
Nah,
lot
shut
of
up.
earthquakes
Smack
happening.
them while they fuck it
Smack
up.
in the back of the head.
Also, I don't like the fact that you sound like one of my very good friends who's back on a spaceship. So
I'm sorry. This is just the only scientist voice I know.
I don't care for it, you monster. Who gives themselves their own nickname? Jesus.
That was not. I was not given that.
Smack.
I don't.
And
Should I,
we keep
should, I,
going.
should I just not talk?
That would be great.
Okay.
And maybe when we ask you a question.
Understood.
That wasn't a question.
Let's go. There we go.
Okay,
You're getting it.
we're good. I'm glad we made it out of the elevator. That's all I can say.
And Micah and Nona, you would notice that Claire is walking behind all of you guys and is white knuckling that mag pistol of hers quite hard right now.
Given our tactical order, I believe Nona and Claire were going to be in the back, so I'm going to drop back to be by her.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold her hand if she'll let me.
How are you going? Are you going to like grab her hand, or are you going to just
offer? I've
offer?
done this at least like 3 or 4 times. I know how hand holding works now. I've figured it out.
It takes a moment and maybe like a little bit of like
Like nudge, nudge,
gesticulation.
yeah.
And she will, tentatively take your hand and squeeze it, but there is still quite a grip on her weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Marcus is going to see that, and he's going to keep walking ahead of you guys.
Accidentally bumps the spider into the wall and when you look back.
Accidentally.
Whoops. Sorry, you gotta go over here now. Oh,
Sorry, your face.
Shut up.
Oh, I appear to have run your face into this wall repeatedly and with much prejudice. My bad.
Pop.
and so the gene labs eventually completely pass you by, and you find yourself in an area called psychic testing and housing. These are a series of sterile hallways with this incandescent lighting. You pass by doors with this reinforced glass that appear to be some kind of padded bedroom. You pass by also a series of rooms attached to one another. One, an interrogation-looking room with chairs and tables, and another, what seemingly looks like some kind of observation room. And finally, you come to a room with an inclined bed with straps attached to it. And when Claire sees this, she stops.
I don't know if you want to be here right now.
I need a minute. And she's going to sit down on the side of the hallway with her knees tucked up to her chest and her arms wrapped around them. I'm okay. I just need to give me a minute.
If it helps, I am still intending to blow this entire place up.
She looks at you and nods and says, "Yeah, no, that helps. That helps." And you see a glint in the back of her eyes as it starts to grow. This light starts to shine a little bit more. And she closes her eyes and shakes her head and does a couple of deep breaths. And when she opens them again, that light is gone. And she goes, Okay. I'm good.
Do you want to leave?
No, I want to push through. And she gets up. And you can see that her gaze is burrowing into the back of Spider's head, who goes, we've stopped moving.
Smack.
That wasn't a question.
Okay.
I guess we continue.
Yep.
Yeah, push him forward.
And
I will say before more stuff happens, I made him leave his briefcase, and I also took his gun away, and I have my gun on him.
okay.
Just putting that out there.
Wait,
You
you
have a-
left the briefcase? You want me to toss it in my bag? My bag holds bags.
Sure. You know what? Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. There could be plot relevant stuff in there.
Steal
We
his
got
shit.
that. We got the Chancellor's diary, as far as I know. We got a lot of
I have a
stuff
lot of
in here.
reading to do when we get back to
I
the
know,
ship.
don't even get me started.
Been looking into audiobooks recently. Might really help with getting through this data we have.
Chapter 1, Austere is born.
Oh, jeez.
You turn the corner, and at the end of a very long hallway of more of these rooms with, kind of going back and forth between, almost cells and these interrogation rooms, you see Simmerfim standing. All 4 of you.
Oh,
Marcus, this is the first time you've seen this creature.
yeah.
And it is just standing at the end of this hallway, a rock angel with single large eye in the center. And you hear in your minds, final warning, leave now.
Given the length of the elevator ride, I don't think we have time to.
It doesn't respond.
Marcus is going to recover, and then he's going to use the spider as a human shield, and he's going to shoot Simmerfin.
Okay.
Because that's what he
I
does.
understand this inclination.
It's really instinct at this point.
I suppose we can all get in on this.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, he was on the list.
Marcus, I'm going to give you an attack roll.
What do I roll to attack again?
D20.
Add the
you.
blue number
Thank
in the
you so
box
much.
next to the weapon.
One day I'll just get it.
You'll get there.
You see, I didn't ask about the skill checks earlier.
Yeah, you're getting there.
All right. That is a 25 to hit.
I love your character.
I love him
You
so much.
aim for this creature down a fairly long hallway and immediately start to fire. It hits several shots right into its chest.
Hell
Roll
yeah.
damage. Its chest is also its
Its eye.
eye.
Yep.
Mm.
That was what I was aiming for. All right.
It's really unfortunate. It kind of got a bullseye right in the middle.
Woo! That is a 17 damage.
God damn.
Nice.
Does he take it like it hits him?
Yep.
Oh wow. Okay. I think he only realized that he shot after he did, and he was like, that probably won't do anything.
It's like completely instincts. You see this.
Yep.
You see target. You pull and you fire
It
and you
threatens
hit
us.
it. Yep. You hit it several times. You see small cracks start to form on its surface that start to just kind of close up a little bit.
Oh no.
And
Don't
you
like
just
that.
hear it says, "Poor choice," as it
That was a nice
is
shot.
no
though.
longer there.
What the fuck was that?
Yeah, that seems right. That-
Group 3, the Shibboleth.
Okay.
Simmerfim, the one who
Okay.
can get in your mind and control you.
Okay.
Up in the hallway before, that was when it seemed like we were talking to nothing. That was.
Oh.
Yeah.
Got it.
Which now I believe that you've met them in person. They will be able to do that to you as well, unfortunately.
Okay.
Just, preparing you for the future.
Yeah. Kind of no way around that. They knew we were coming. They still know we're coming.
And we're still going.
And, I mean, listen, we got to do what we came here to do.
I guess we
It
do.
doesn't change anything. Just sucks. That's all.
Yeah.
The lights above you start to flicker.
Oh no. Oh.
It was pretty well lit before, but all of a sudden you see down the hallway shuts off.
Oh no, Jeff.
Shuts off.
No,
Love
Jeff.
Shuts
that.
off. Shuts off. As it comes closer and closer towards you, you hear the ripping and tearing of flesh and what almost sounds like a metal on metal as it just scrapes along the wall.
Oh no.
And in this light, you see this amalgamation of hides and fur and skin as it undulates down the hallway coming towards you.
Love the word undulate.
It is great.
It's a great word.
Great
It's very
description. Yeah.
evocative.
And it flies towards you all. What do you do?
I'm gonna shoot it.
Shit. Oh, Jeff, is there like, I don't know, like any cover?
Yeah, there are these rooms on either side that you can go into.
I like to call out, we technically have dark vision.
That's true.
Which is why you can see this thing.
Yeah, but the others probably can't. We should probably get some light going somewhere.
I actually also have night vision goggles.
Oh, beautiful. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, we all got night vision goggles, didn't
Yeah.
we?
Yeah.
Nice.
And Spider's wearing a blindfold.
Wearing
anyway.
a blindfold, so it doesn't matter.
So-
He
Yep.
doesn't want to see this. Let's be honest. His life is going to go better if he just does not get to witness. Although I suppose he'd forget it, wouldn't he?
We don't know.
Anyway.
No idea.
What's happening? I hear strange noises. Smack.
Yeah, basically.
What do you guys do?
I think we
Ah,
fight
shit.
it.
There he is. Yeah. All right. Let's fight it.
Cool.
Maybe let's take cover inside this room. That
Okay.
What the fuck is that? What the fuck?
bad.
I assume you guys are like, come on, come on, come on.
Sarg's here, the teleporter, praying mantis, scythes.
I assume you're doing this as you're running into
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
This
We've
is
been over
happening
this.
imminently.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
Nona also is starting to think that Marcus is slow.
Yeah, you're doing like a cool like slide on the floor behind cover. It's like, you remember the thing in the elevator, right? Yeah, that's that.
Can I have you guys
Gun
roll
out.
for initiative, please?
Yes,
Of course.
That's a D8.
I believe D8 plus
D8.
dexterity.
Thank you. Yes.
This
plus
time the
dex.
dice like me.
Did you get your alert?
You're so right.
Hmm.
Thank you.
Oh, no, clear. All right, numbers.
8.
4.
7. This monster is vaguely reminding me of the character from Worm.
Yeah.
Wait, no, which one?
Echidna?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Nice pull.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember Echidna. I was like, that's cool.
Let's make a big, gross flesh creature.
I love it so much.
Hooray.
So you guys you find yourselves in one of the holding cells. So it is just a fairly sparse room, padded. It has a single twin bed, bathroom, shower situation. So, and like a little desk in the corner. Nona, it is first your go.
Wow. Weird. Don't
Yeah,
like that.
you rolled well.
I did.
Didn't you
Okay.
say this thing was a teleporter?
Yes.
Okay.
2 melee attacks, hits twice, but I don't think it has a ranged attack.
What does that mean?
You know what melee is.
Watch out for this size. They're quick. The teleporting seemed like it took a little bit to charge up last time we saw it, though.
Got it.
So can we see it?
So you run into the room and you do see this thing flying towards you down the hallway.
I think I sticked and just my head out the door, trying to do like the cover around the doorway thing that we do sometimes.
Yep.
I'm going to try and shoot it.
Okay. Roll to attack.
I'm going to fire my mag rifle in burst mode, or do I want to fire my... Oh, they're literally the same. No, burst mode will be...
I forgot to take out my darkness.
Uh-huh. And how many of that you got?
2 now.
The clink of Jeff trying to kill us for real.
Yep.
For realsies. Because that was in burst mode, that is a 21 to hit.
You hit.
Okay.
It is a giant flesh monster.
16 damage.
Fuck it up.
No, you take a fire and you fire directly into this thing. You fought this thing before. It wasn't fun, but you were able to scare it off. As your bullets hit this thing, it doesn't appear to notice.
Oh no.
Can you make a wisdom notice check for me, please?
6.
There's something off. You hit something.
Mm-hmm.
You're pretty sure you hit something.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't react at all. It has reacted before to getting hurt.
So this is weird.
This is weird.
Okay.
Marcus, it's now your go.
Do I notice that do you want me to roll as well for wisdom notice? Or no, are you going to call it out? Or
I will communicate what information I have to you.
Yeah.
Something's off, but that is the extent. Marcus, it is now your go as well.
Yeah. He's gonna fire in burst mode, so we'll do that. Mag rifle and jeez, I get in burst mode +2.
+2.
All right, so that is a 15 to hit.
15 hits.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Do I get a damage bonus?
Yes, +2 on that as well.
Oh, sweet.
Burst mode's awesome. It just uses up ammo like crazy.
Yeah. 17 damage.
17 damage.
16 damage. 16 damage.
16 damage. Okay.
Yep.
Marcus, very similar to Nona. I want you to make a wisdom notice check, please.
Wisdom notice. 8.
Nice.
Marcus, you've shot things before.
I really have.
There's things you expect to see when, you shoot something, the entry wounds, at the very least, some kind of maybe dust or sweat or something to get thrown off, when you hit something. You hit this center of mass. That didn't happen.
Like,
it's almost as if you didn't hit it.
Huh. Okay. I think then with my quick talk action, I'm gonna shout out like something's wrong. They can get in our heads, right? Like it's not I'm not firing on it.
Interesting.
Micah, it's now your go.
I think so. Both of these two have called out there's something wrong with it. I'm gonna like turn to Claire and say, like, Claire, if they're messing with our head, can you like do something? She's a telepath. It feels like a reasonable question.
She's a telepath.
I don't know
and
if she can
has
like
dipped into meta psionics too.
That's
I
true.
believe.
I don't know
Not
if she
too
can
much.
like shield us or something, but
I
I simply don't know.
Neither does Jeff apparently.
Yeah.
She mostly used. She can sense psychic abilities. Yeah, you know what? All right, I'm gonna give her a skill check. Let's see what she can do here.
Go psychic space daughter.
Go, Claire.
Solve the plot.
I'm sorry, Philip.
Oh no.
I don't know what the fuck's happening.
Oh,
Wow.
geez, too
Snake
much.
eyes.
No.
Shit.
No, she's like, there's a lot of psionic things happening all around right now. It's very loud and confusing, but there's a lot happening right there outside. So maybe.
Yeah, okay. Great. So a couple of environmental questions. Because this is what I'm like.
Yeah.
So how big is this hallway?
I would say
feet by how many feet?
it's probably let's say 10 feet across, and let's do meters because that makes more sense. Would that be 3 meters across?
Sure.
Okay.
3 meters across, and the length is probably something on the order of, this is a long hallway, so let's say it's about 50 meters. Zarv's Seer is probably about 30 meters from you all right now.
Okay. And like pretty big, like not occupying the entire hallway probably, but
It takes up the majority of the hallway.
okay.
If you shoot down the hallway, it's hard to miss it.
For sure.
In fact, the
And
sides are able to scrape along either side as
Yeah,
it
it's doing the
comes
Freddy
down.
Krueger thing.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
it doesn't even have to
Perfect.
extend its arms weirdly
I hate
long to
that.
do
Yeah.
it.
I hate that.
Could I grab the bed that's in this cell we're in and try and just propel that down the hallway as like a block on this thing that we aren't even sure is really there, just like to halt its progress?
That's fun.
With telekinesis.
Yeah. How far can you move something?
I could move it 20 meters.
Okay. So probably most of the way to it. But you also have to take it from the room. So let's say you get it like 15 meters down the hallway.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. So you pick up this bed and kind of like tell people to get out of the way as you whip it through the door and start pushing it down the hallway. Claire is going to, take a look at, and she'll fire as well, because why the heck not? No, she does not hit. She's frazzled. She seems to just can't kind of aim fully down the scope of this entire hallway, and it pings off the side, breaking some glass. And it's now Zarv's turn as it starts to move and float down the hallway at an incredible pace, and then bloop, it's gone.
Did it look, we've seen Zarv's teleport once before. Did it look like that same sort of visual?
Very similar to that, yes.
Okay. not just kind of disappearing like an illusion might.
I mean,
or
it
at
could
least, or unclear.
it could
at
be
the
an
very least
illusion
unclear.
that was just really good at mimicking Zarzik's here.
All right, but we no longer have eyes on it.
You no longer have eyes on it.
Are we still?
You're still in combat.
Okay.
Are going back to the top. Nona?
Oh.
I say we make a run for it.
Yeah. All right. Guess so.
So it's a teleporter though. It didn't it went somewhere.
It went somewhere.
We don't know where, but it went somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I don't know what that looks like in initiative order. I guess I'll be leading then.
Yeah. I mean, you guys can kind of move together.
Yeah, sure.
So now there's this bed that is now kind of like face down on the ground as you guys kind of go to move
take
around
that
it.
with us. That seems like just a solid plan.
Oh, you're just kind of holding it as a shield.
Why not?
I've got my telekinesis is now holding this bed and my box of stuff. Don't forget.
Box of guns.
So I guess I can just hold it in front of us to like just the physical shield.
Can I use my action to reload?
Yeah.
Because there's nothing to shoot at now.
Yeah.
Right?
So
I don't think we're sprinting. I think we're just moving.
Me as well.
I mean, you've got someone blindfolded, so they can only move so fast.
Perfect.
All right. So you start to all right, we're making a run for it. You start to run down this hallway. And as you guys get probably about halfway down the hallway, once more you hear this metal on metal sound as you see Zarvzixir coming down from the same hallway once more, undulating towards you all. Nona, what do you do?
I would like to see if I can remember. Does this look identical to what it just did? Is there any chance that this is a loop?
Make a wisdom or intelligence notice check.
11.
It is eerily similar. You're a robot.
Yeah.
Don't tell Marcus.
That's right.
The way that it moves almost is like you have a sense of deja vu.
Mm-hmm. I've never had that before. Is it good?
Nope.
Damn.
It's weird.
Fair enough. I am going to communicate this to the rest of the group. I'm going to say, listen, this looks like it is repeating exactly what it just did. I don't know for sure, but I don't think it's actually there.
Yeah. Simmerfim might just be fucking with us.
That's a, reasonable guess. Although, no, it's fine. It's probably fine.
What?
Well, you see, if I was in that position, I would do that a bunch of times, and then have the last one actually be him, and then we would get hit really hard with the sides.
You understand you're giving the DM ideas right now.
Well, I tried to say never
you
mind.
didn't give us homework.
I tried to say never mind. They asked me.
How about let's just not get close to it anyway?
I mean, we have to go that way is the thing.
I thought, did it not appear behind us? It was in front of us.
It starts coming towards you more and more. Like it is imminent right now. Like
This is not a pleasant sound.
No, it is not.
You throw the bed at it?
No.
See if it goes through.
The bed's still in front. I'm pushing forward.
So Nona, you're not going to do anything?
I mean, I reloaded.
This is a new round.
Oh, again.
Yeah. This is at the top of the order again. You guys made a run for it, and then it showed up again.
Are we pretty close to the...
Yeah.
Or I guess we're like halfway down the hallway?
I would say you're about halfway down the hallway now.
So we're at the bed.
Huh.
Yeah, ish.
Okay.
Pushing it forward.
Yeah.
Can I throw a flashbang at it?
Yep.
Cool. I'm going to do that. And let us hope
1d10.
that it goes.
Sorry.
No,
Sorry. It's
try to hit.
It's
D10.
D20 against AC 10.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Barely. Bag time. Go back in the bag.
You throw this out and the flash goes off. You guys obviously don't look into it directly, but as you've gotten closer, the darkness that you're entering doesn't seem to be affected by the night vision goggles that you've put on. It's still dark. And the flashbang does not affect Zarvzixir in the slightest as it continues to move towards you all.
And it did when we first met it because it has lots of eyes.
Mhm.
This we determined to be a thing.
That's true.
Marcus, it's now your go.
I think I'll call out to Micah like I did during Nona's turn and just say like, yeah, can you throw that thing at it and I'll hold my action. I'll hold my shoot action.
Yeah, I guess.
You push the bed just towards it, kind
yeah,
of like
I'm using this, as like a barrier as we're trying to move forward to, crash into Zarv's Exir if that is where it really is.
Yep. And so the bed and Zarv's Exir get closer and closer until the bed touches Zarv's Exir's face, and then
Which one though?
the kind of the front one.
Okay. The
The,
biggest
the
face.
front of the thing
Okay.
as it moves.
The face that is on the front right now, you see.
Yes.
Yeah. The one closest to the arms.
Cool.
It pushes right through.
Yeah.
You see Zarv's Exir appear on the other side, and as soon as your minds understands the implausibility of that, Zarv's Exir disappears. The darkness goes away. In fact, you now see riddled along the hallway are just bullet holes where you all fired.
Yeah.
So when you
That's
said
what we thought. Yeah.
when you said they get in your head,
Oh, yeah.
okay.
Believe that still means that's most likely Simmer Pham because of the hallucinations.
Best guess.
The rock one.
Yes.
I think I did hit him.
Yes, that looks like you did.
That looked it.
In fact, as you approach the end of this hallway and you take a look down, there is this black substance, this inky black substance that is on the ground that seems to just be offletting some kind of wispy black smoke or mist.
So like blood, but like super evil.
Oh,
And it
it-
makes a little noise.
no.
Does it look like the other like opaque darkness that we saw at the top of the elevator?
It's
Ooh.
not too dissimilar from that. Yeah, you would say it is very similar.
Oy.
Ugh.
Nice.
Yeah, well, no shock. There's a bunch of them down here.
That's a nice shot.
Thanks.
Are you okay?
What?
Are you okay?
I'm gonna smack the spider and keep walking.
Oh, I didn't even say anything that time.
Shut up.
Get smacked again.
I love this. This is what you get for trying to have an NPC leave. Jeff.
I was expecting you guys to try and do something with him.
Yeah, we're not exactly unpredictable when it comes to these sorts of things.
I was very close to shooting him, but then
Love
Nona was like,
friends.
"We need your help," and I was like, "Ah, shit. I guess I won't shoot him."
Well, unless he has an instruction manual.
I was. If he like gave us enough info, I was gonna be like, "Is that everything we need to know?" And if he said yes, I was gonna shoot him. But then you were like, "You're coming with us," and I was like, "Oh, I guess I'll wait till later."
Still useful.
Now think of it this way. He's now extra motivated to make sure the machine turns
That's
off.
true.
Because otherwise he will die with us.
That's true. He will.
And so you guys all start to, I assume, continue to make your way. Continuing at the same speed as you previously were, are you a little bit more cautious now that Simmer Pham is here?
We gotta go. We gotta
Cautious.
go, Jeff.
We were
You're
trying.
talking to the wrong party.
We were trying to be cautious for about 2 minutes, and Simmer Pham was still right there. So,
So, you know what?
We're booking it.
yeah.
Actually, here is a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Last time Simmer Pham needed Zarv's Exir to teleport,
Mm-hmm.
but seems like, do we have any insight as to like moving around abilities?
You've seen Simmer Pham appear out of nowhere before.
Yes.
In the warehouse fight, originally you came across
Yeah, they
Brith
did pop
Kroll
into
and
existence,
Zarv's
didn't
Exir,
they?
and Simmer Pham just appeared there in the middle of the warehouse.
Mhm. But then when they all went to leave.
Zarv's Exir clearly did something that took Brith Kroll and Simmer Pham along with.
Gotcha. Okay. That's not fair. You're supposed to be in one category. You get one type of power, and it's mind fuckery.
Jeff
Jeff
nods
is waggling his head at
knowingly.
us like, I'll never tell.
I don't know.
I
I
mean,
will
it could
say,
count as mind fuckery being invisible,
It
right?
could
Like
be
Claire can
invisible.
make that pencil disappear.
Yeah. What pencil?
Or no, it was a pen.
It was something like that.
Eh.
Yeah. So where was
Joker joke?
Where was the dark stuff? As we were like going down the hallway,
It was at the end of the hallway where Simmer Pham was.
Okay. Still like in front of us, like we need to cross that.
Yeah.
Is there any like blood drips anywhere? Not blood drips, sorry. Evil black goopy stuff drips anywhere that we could follow?
Some ichor.
Yeah, I was thinking ichor too, but I didn't want to say it because then that would make them like gods, and I don't care for that.
There's something else.
You do see the ichor that you see is only in that location.
Okay.
So I assume you guys continue
Yeah, we're
making your
trying
way.
to get to.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my I-beam to poke it a little cautiously, and if it seems inert, then yeah, we can keep going.
Yeah, it seems to be mostly inert. Again, this is not like something that covers the entire hallway. It is just small speckles of this on the ground.
Okay.
Oh, while we're going, can we also like talk to the spider and confirm that the machine is indeed in the whispering reliquary?
Oh, yes. Yes, it is. Well, not exactly. There's the whispering reliquary, and then there's a secret panel that you press in order to go into
Of course there
the gates of silence, so to speak.
Okay, so just checking in here. There is a secret passageway after the secret building behind the secret elevator, which in of itself is behind another secret passageway.
You betcha.
In the secret garden.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
Sometimes you have to have some secrets, and then you have like, oh, that seems to be the end of the secrets, and then you have another secret underneath, and it's like, oh no, there's another secret.
I see. How fun.
I didn't design this.
Didn't you not?
I know. I just wanted a lab. It takes awfully long the commute door to door to get here.
Yeah, I'm sure you had many long days torturing psychics.
It was for a purpose.
Oh, well, that makes it fine then.
I mean, one can say sometimes the ends justify the means, and I think saving hundreds of psychics because you torture, one or two is a fair price to pay.
What are
smack
these?
him.
Yeah, smack. Hell yeah.
Oh.
What are
That one
these?
felt weirdly metally. What?
That
It was really solid.
like hitting a can.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot him in the arm.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, my
Do
finger
it.
slipped.
Roll for damage.
Yeah.
Are you gonna like tell Marcus? You're just gonna
No.
Take 9 damage.
Is he
Non-lethally.
dead now?
Do you want to describe how you're going to do that so I can react?
Yeah, sure. Not that he's saying like, torch people for a good reason. Like Micah's like there, we're like kind of walking together. Like I-beam disappears, just the finger gun, just like barely looking at him, takes it out, shoots his arm from
Oh
the
my
side.
god, Micah!
He is bleeding profusely. He is bloodied, and he is not looking good right now. And he is a little bit in a state of shock. Oh, no.
Yep, that's what it sounds like when you get shot.
Yeah, I think twice.
Ouchie! 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 This is butterfly wound.
Weirdly, it sounds a lot like, trying to climb over hot coals or something.
Mike is going to say, maybe think twice before you say that shit again.
He's like, as he is now very focused on the womb. I feel a little lightheaded as he starts to lose his balance a little bit.
All right, let's keep going.
Well, Marcus is kind of pissed off from that, and he's going to throw a spider at you and just say, you can carry him now.
Whatever.
Are you guys going to give him anything? He
shoot in his
is
direction.
actively bleeding right now.
I was looking through my stuff, so I've got a Lazarus patch, but I don't think that actually helps.
Oh my
That's just a
God, is he bleeding
stabilization.
out, baby?
Would that work? Because I'd rather not use an integrity on him.
He's not down yet.
So Lazarus patch, but he's actively headed in that direction.
Seems like he might be. You want to make an in heal check for me?
Sure. Let me get right on that. It's gonna go terrible.
Bad, yep.
Oh, well, this one's cocked, but leaving that.
Oh.
Alrighty. And heal cancels out. That's a 12. I'm great at people because I am one.
He has 1 HP.
Oh,
Okay.
jeez. Does that not count as mortally wounded?
No, I think you have to be
You
like
have to be
down.
at 0.
down.
Yeah. I was trying to aim for like a not lethal area. I
You
understand
did 9 damage.
blood's a thing
Yeah.
that people need
You shot
inside.
him.
Whatever.
I
Like you,
shot a charlatan.
like you don't shoot people.
Are you gonna get mad
Whatever,
at me
he's
if I
fine.
integrity him?
God, he'll
You gonna give him the good drugs?
Yeah, don't. Give
I
him the
don't
good-
have the bad drugs. I do not have a healer's kit. I,
I
do
would
not
say
have.
I will allow you to continue that heal check to apply a Lazarus to stabilize him.
Okay,
Yeah.
I do that because I got.
But he is going to be stabilized on 1
1
HP.
That's fine.
Ah, you baby. Whatever.
I would advise not talking about torturing psychics in the future. I know I brought it up, so that is what is the expression? Egg on my face. Is that right?
What?
Well, it seems to be bullet in my arm, so
Yes. Well,
So the sense of humor. that's
You're in a good mood.
Yeah.
You got 2 of those, you know.
I
Oh,
would
you're
not-
you're drying him now.
I would not advise shooting him again.
Oh, whatever.
Marcus
I'm
is
sorry. I
gonna
do want to
go-
turn off the machine.
Walk
Yeah.
next to Claire.
And so, as you guys are making your way, you feel a disturbance in the force. Not exactly,
Again,
but
we
TM.
just had one of those for breakfast.
What about the second breakfast?
Second disturbance.
the rooms around you start to shake more and more. The glass, you can hear it rattling in the door frames itself as this tremor gets stronger and stronger, maybe because you're closer to the epicenter, or maybe because this is one of the strongest ones yet. But you hear glass shatter behind you. You have more and more of these ceiling tiles fall down here and there. Nothing dangerous, but like something, the little, I don't even know what, like corrugated, like almost
The drop
cardboard,
ceilings?
like the drop ceilings,
Yeah.
like falling on you guys. And
One hits the spider. He's down.
it doesn't stop.
Oh.
There's an initial like overpowering shaking of everything, and that starts to dissipate a little bit, but there is just this constant shifting back and forth of these metadimensional energies.
Is that messing with my psychic ability? Is my armory going down?
Yep.
Okay.
Fun.
Yeah. And I guess that would mess with my ability to carry both the bed and my box if that's going really hard up and down.
I can help with that. I can probably push the bed. I'm strong.
You're still carrying the bed?
Yes.
All right, cool.
Yeah, we're taking this all the way. This is the radio from Portal that's going through the whole game.
So occasionally this box will just drop. Micah has to wait a few seconds to pick it up again, and it will drop.
I mean, if it is getting that inconvenient, I will leave the bed, I think.
And the box?
I like the bed. No, we
No,
need the box.
All right, we can just keep on. Never mind. Yeah.
I'll push the bed.
Fine,
Don't worry about it.
fine,
It
push the
starts.
bed.
We're pushing it now, so it starts making that
Oh,
noise
geez.
down the hallway.
And I'll have like one hand on the box to try and slowly drag it when it cuts out.
And so you turn the corner and you start to see an area that changes from, suburbia office complex into mystical, spiritual area. You see that the very sterile environment is replaced by this, cool limestone, and it changes its aura a little bit as you enter. A placard says Whispering Reliquary. You find yourself in a large chamber, a circular one. It's a dark room with a single soft light coming down from the center. Etched into the walls, you see are names and dates, some even predating the scream itself. The center of this room seemed like it once had several pillows, possibly for meditation, and maybe even some squat tables, but the furniture has now been thrown about the room. On the other side of this room is a section of wall that has been pulled back, revealing a shimmering portal. In this room itself, you see a fight that has been completed. In fact, you see a person in front of you impaling one other, and a natural scream gurgles up from their mouth as they slump over backwards towards you. You see their face, but it's wrong. They have these bleach white eyes and many rows of these sharp, jagged teeth. Black, inky mist leaks from its wounds. Among this scene are 2 inquisitors that lay dead, and they have been torn limb from limb. 5 other corpses bleeding that same black mist, and 1 person that you recognize, Ellie, lies dead, standing in front of you, clearly injured, as he holds his side, as he pulls out this technologically advanced sword from this screaming monstrosity, is Goose. And he looks you in the eyes and prepares for battle. And that is where we're going to end today's episode.
The goose is loose.
The goose is loose!
I'm going to need a list of the people who are dead, unless it's just Inquisitors and Ellie, if there's no other name.
Inquisitors and Ellie.
Okay.
You also see 5 other bodies that appear to be silence operatives. However, they are bleeding that same black mist as the one that was just killed.
Okay.
Damn. At least they're not all just trying to kill us
That
exclusively.
is so true.